How's it going, everyone? Now, in this video, I really just wanted to talk about how the um the desire to create really just permeates and overtakes everything, and it's like the most unstoppable force of one's nature. Like the I know I talk a lot in like riddles or metaphors. It just comes naturally to me. I kind of associate things or transliterate things through those sorts of disconnected ideas and notions. Like I don't speak uh, straight to the point. It's kind of like I skip around the bush and like throw some quip or idiom at the screen. But I really feel that the inner creativity in a person kind of overbears their personality. Like the desire to be creative is the most powerful thing within a person, and so it oftentimes will literally overtake one's characteristics. And I've felt this very much as of late, where I have these great urges, these great desires to create things that I want to and get them finished, finalized, because there's a very tried there's a very common thing with me. It's a very common phenomenon where I'll start work on something, and I'll get very far into the process. Something will be well underway, and then I'll never be able to complete it. Usually, in my experience with doing Night Owl and my other YouTube series, it has to do with getting voice actors or just shots being impossible to film, and it really hurts the soul. Like it feels really scathing, like someone just takes a chisel and cuts at your heart with it, and it genuinely just digs deep, and I can't exactly explain why that is. But as of late, I've just been just creating shit here and there. On my breaks at work, literally any chance I get at any point of the day, I'm like trying to do as much work as I can towards various things. Right now, that is the next upload for Night Owl called Bloodwoods. It's not like I'm working on it constantly. Truthfully, it's probably like 1/8 of my time in the last couple of weeks. But it's not so much the amount of time that's been spent recently, but the amount of effort I've put in over X amount of time I've been on the specific element of this project. That has kind of caused me to realize that there's just so much untapped power in that urge for creativity that I've never been able to realize, because as much as it's within me and it is a part of me, it's also like its own beast in and of itself. It's like this shadow towering over me, like behind me right here, like in a game I've been playing recently called the Thaumaturge. It's this powerful spirit that's kind of wild with me, kind of against me at the same time. And much in the way that Reed Richards would try and harness some scientific power to try and help mankind, or to try and fix the accident that caused him and his superfamily's powers. I very much wish I could harness that power and use it for the good of myself, fix that creative urge that I have. Because it's more like a pothole than anything else. It's like if I was to be driving a car down a runway and there was just all these holes in the middle of the road, and those holes were my creative desires that are left unfulfilled. Because right now I feel this stirring in my chest where I'm like trying to get these words out and put them out as fast as possible, because I genuinely feel like I'm rushed for time because I'm unable to achieve the things that I want to. And I know I talked a lot about that in the things you can't attain video, the never ending story of the things you can't attain. But it is such an ever pervasive thing that it kind of seems that it's like getting worse and worse every single day. But at the same time, it's kind of exhilarating. It kind of gives me the purpose that I want to have for the rest of my life. The kind of idea, that creative stirring in within me, to that kind of impulses me, encourages me to get out of my comfort zone and create this shit, whether or not it's exactly how I imagine it in my head. Spoiler alert, it never fucking is. I just want to get that shit out there, Put the pen to paper, tether the pen to the brain, get that shit done, because it's very hard. to actually get shit done for me. So if I can get a finished product out, regardless of how I take it, it feels much better. It's like a relief, even if there's parts of it that don't feel so great to me. But that's not to say that I'll just throw shit out all willy-nilly. I am finding that I will try and, mastermind things as best as I can to the best of my ability and try and fix things, fix them up so that they are as presentable as they can be. And with this next upload, I found that while that's the case, there's also just that other mind clashing with me. As I've talked about, being in two minds simultaneously with all things in life, this one's kind of going like, just get it done. Just get it done. And that'll probably be very visible in the final product of Bloodwoods. But I'm very excited to just get Bloodwoods out and done because there's so much that needs to happen with Night Owl specifically. I'm about 6 videos from the finale of part 3, which has been a long time coming. We only finished part 2 like the end of 2023, or I think it was early 2024 when part 2 started at the end of 2022. The series obviously started in August 2022, so this August it's been 3 years since it started. But I meant to have finished part 3 by now. There's just a lot of things that have changed. The plan has changed a million times. My roadmap has physically changed. The physical roadmap I have a million times. But such is the nature of all things that are written. Part 4 hinges on a lot of the finale pieces of part 3 being orchestrated very well. So part 3 will end with a very poignant piece called Death's Best Friends. It's separated into 2 parts as of the time of writing. That's been my plan, especially in my little conceptualizations on various notebooks. I've really got that 2-part thing lined up, so it's going to be about 20 minutes together, about 10 minutes per part, but I'm willing to go about 13 minutes max apart. But Death's Best Friends really hinges on itself, other videos doing their part. So Bloodwoods is one of them, and then the next upload, which should be 62, which is one that was meant to come out before, but I just haven't been able to. And then there's other videos as well. There's one more broadcast video, and then the end of the current arc, Imprimatur, will end with Calamity, which is a very important fragment of the story, introducing one of the most key characters ever introduced in Night Owl. But that will be coming before the next broadcast video. But a lot needs to happen in order for Fate Marches On to end accordingly, and in order for that to happen, I need to cast a lot of characters, including one of the main ones, which, hell, we'll just throw it. It's Azrael, which is Azrael Clarity. It's a character very central to the story as much as the main character. If any of you know Night Owl, I highly doubt anyone here watches the series. Chansey/Ramiel is a central character as much as Azrael Clarity, this other character that I have been unable to cast. And without Clarity, I can't really have Calamity, which is that central character that will be set up in that titular episode, which means I can't actually set up the end of the story at all, because they are all part and parcel of this one big thing that can't come to fruition until they're all dovetailed together. And that's really been the hardest part of the series, is getting the actors. Night Owl's really been a testing ground, practice ground, dummy situation for me, but I really love it, and I gave birth to this idea, and I've loved every second of crafting this world and selecting everything, and as much as it's got its issues, I'm very proud of it. So I very much find that creativity is so powerful, but such a very easy ground to slip from, where you get into that kind of divot of just wanting so much but never being able to achieve it. And I found that as of late, so many different people feel that creative demon knocking on their door. So thought I'd talk about that in a video, and yeah, hopefully I didn't get too carried away in that massive night out tangent. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.